years ago, an event was set in motion that would change the course of summer forever. Eventually, this event would reach critical mass. That eventually has arrived. This summer.
It's back!
Predicted across the summer. Experts are calling this phenomena the Big Bang.
Radio on Fox Cricket. Take cover.
In today's Top Weather headlines, Sunday the 20th of January. The heatwave continues across the west with temperatures soaring above the 40-degree mark once again. Total fire bans are in place for eastern parts of Perth as well as other parts of Western Australia. Severe to extreme fire danger. Bushfire threat. Fires continue to burn throughout the east, including in Victoria and Tasmania. There were a number of fires that still need to be controlled. As well as this, in New South Wales, we're expecting thunderstorm activity once again today, and they could even be severe for parts of New South Wales as well as the southern ranges of Queensland. Of course, stay tuned right here on Sky News Weather. We've got all those details for you and more. A hot weekend for you in Perth. 41 degrees today. You hit 40.4 yesterday. It certainly is hot, but luckily on Monday it will start to cool down. There's a heat wave gripping much of the country, right through from the west, through central parts of the country and to the east. Now, it's not a severe heat wave for many of those areas. It is a low-intensity heat wave, but it's even hitting parts of Tasmania as well, including Hobart and Launceston. For Queenslanders, continuing to see record-breaking heat in the west, including Camooweal and also Cloncurry. Now, Mount Isa, you're set for a top of 42 degrees, Longreach 40, Charleville 42. For the southern regions, the southern ranges in the afternoon, Darling Downs, Scenic Rim, the chance of a storm or two, and also the odd shower on the coast north of about Yeppoon, but it will be dry for you in Rockhampton. To New South Wales now, let's take a look at Port Macquarie. You're heading for a top of 29 degrees, cloudy conditions with a few showers on the cards. Showers and thunderstorms are possible for the ranges and most likely the northern ranges and the slopes, and they have the potential to be severe this afternoon and are still hot west of the Divide. It's not as hot as what we were seeing a few days ago, but still well above average for this time of year. There was a southerly which did cool down temperatures somewhat. Unfortunately, it didn't hit areas, didn't cool down areas around the Burke region, 44 degrees, Cobar 40, Broken Hill 36, a little bit cooler along the coastline with some cloudy conditions there. In Victoria, wow, it was looking absolutely spectacular at Yarrawonga this morning. What a great place. I think people might water ski at Yarrawonga. I'm pretty sure I've been there once or twice. Melbourne becoming sunny, 24 degrees. It will be a little bit cool across the south, but still hot in the north, including for you in Mildura. Set for a top of 35 degrees for the northeast. It'll be partly cloudy and it'll be a dry day right throughout Victoria. A heat wave, a low-intensity heat wave gripping parts of northern and eastern Tasmania, including Hobart, Launceston, both well above average for this time of year, and westerly winds driving in the odd shower to the west. In South Australia, partly cloudy. West and north of the Eyre Peninsula, storms are possible. Otherwise, it's going to be a mostly dry day and a hot day. Mount Gambier, 27 degrees and Adelaide, 33. Exmouth is set for a top of 40 degrees today. How beautiful is that sunrise time lapse? I cannot get enough of that. In terms of Western Australia, the rest of Western Australia, we were elevated fire danger, severe fire danger for the Perth region, and total fire bans in place for eastern suburbs of Perth. 41 degrees, Bunbury 33, Albany 29, and Esperance set for a top of 36 degrees. In the Northern Territory, partly cloudy, storms possible in the top end this afternoon, and hot in the south. We love to see your photos and your videos, so if you happen to take a happy snap or a video, maybe it'll be as good as that Exmouth time lapse. You can send it to us, find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.
Much of Australia is in a heat wave right now, including Tasmania, much of Victoria, New South Wales, southeast Queensland, South Australia, but the worst of the heat today is in Western Australia. However, the south and southeast are going to be seeing an intensification of that heat Thursday onwards, with mid-40 degree heat facing the capitals yet again. Before that, though, Western Australia is what's going to be sweltering. We're going to see, however, a powerful cool change moving through on Wednesday. Let's take a look at this forecast for today first. We have hot and dry easterly winds. Today, we have the potential to see some of the hottest days in 2 years for parts of the southwest, including you in Perth and around the Wheatbelt region, as temperatures rise to the mid-30s up into the low 40s, and a late sea breeze in the afternoon. As West Australians know, this means we have elevated fire danger today. A lot of severe fire danger, including Perth, the Perth Hills, and extreme fire danger further into the Gascoyne Coast region. This is a day you definitely want to be paying attention to in case there's a bushfire near you. Let's look a little bit further ahead. As we get into tomorrow, we'll see a bit of a southwesterly develop that'll drop temperatures to the high 20s, still remaining mostly sunny until Tuesday. Clouds starting to build. It's because we have a low forming off the southwest coast on Tuesday. Tuesday into Wednesday for you in Western Australia, this is when that dramatic change comes. Watch the high-resolution winds here. This feature right over here starts to develop offshore. A very powerful low-pressure system develops near the coast of the Albany region. And to its north, we can see this belt of gale force winds. Now, that could affect somewhere around the Margaret River area, around the Albany region. There's a little bit of uncertainty where that's going to be forming, but look at how cool it is right through there and how hot it is in the northerlies just ahead of it. Not only that, we're also going to be seeing some wet weather. Now, this is actually some good news because it's been bone dry across this area for the last 3 months. And so we will get some nice showers coming through. Potentially even more rain than we've had in the last few months for a few places. Now, as it cools down over in the southwest, it'll start to heat up in the east and the south. In fact, northerly winds will start filtering ahead of this, and by Friday, we're going to see mid-40-degree heat plaguing parts of New South Wales, Victoria, and South Australia, and high 30-degree heat in Tasmania, yet again, coupled with dangerous fire weather. And finally, we could see a return of the monsoon trough, finally, across parts of the north this week. Now, the monsoon trough is defined by cross-equatorial flow. That means winds from the northern hemisphere coming into the southern hemisphere. And that is going to be flowing over the top end and potentially Kimberley region this week. The forecast monsoon winds on screen. The monsoon is from the north, and you can see those northerlies filtering over the top end, potentially even a tropical low forming in the Indian Ocean or Timor Sea, bringing with it heavy rain, potentially over 100 millimeters this week.